reclaiming clarity in a noisy world. In today's world of non-stop notifications, flashing screens, and constant demands for attention, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. Every moment is filled with digital noise, making it seem like we're drowning in a sea of distractions. But what if the key to regaining control isn't about doing more, but about embracing less? Ancient Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus understood this principle well. They taught that true strength doesn't come from reacting to every external stimulus, but from intentionally choosing what to focus on and when to remain silent. As Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Before we continue, hit that subscribe button. Things are about to get hotter. Today, we'll explore why simplifying your thoughts, speaking less, and concentrating on what truly matters can transform your life. These aren't just productivity hacks, they're profound mindset shifts that can bring greater peace, deeper wisdom, and lasting success. Stick with me as we uncover how adopting a Stoic approach can help you regain control over your mind and your life. Benefit number 1, reduced stress and anxiety. Do you ever feel like your mind is constantly racing, caught in a whirlwind of worries and what-ifs? It's exhausting. But here's a perspective from Stoicism. Maybe the solution to stress isn't thinking more, it's thinking less. Epictetus famously taught that it's not events themselves that disturb us, but our interpretation of them. In other words, our stress doesn't come from the outside world, it comes from how we perceive and react to it. By consciously choosing to tune out the mental clutter and focus only on what we can control, we create space for real peace. Imagine your mind as a web browser with too many tabs open, each one representing a worry or distraction. Wouldn't closing some of them help it run more smoothly? That's exactly what happens when we let go of unnecessary thoughts. We're not suppressing our minds, we're guiding them. Like tending a garden, we keep what's useful and remove the weeds. If a thought doesn't serve you or lies beyond your control, why waste energy on it? By training ourselves to focus on only what's actionable and meaningful, we free ourselves from unnecessary stress. Stoicism teaches us resilience and emotional control through rational thinking, helping us respond to life's challenges with clarity rather than panic. When we adopt this mindset, we stop seeing difficulties as insurmountable obstacles and start approaching them as manageable tasks. Benefit 2, greater calm and inner peace. Think about the moments in life when you felt the most at peace. They're usually the quiet ones, aren't they? This is something the Stoics deeply understood. They believed that serenity isn't found in external circumstances, but cultivated from within. When we stop engaging in unnecessary conflicts and distractions, the world around us begins to feel less chaotic. Choosing to embrace silence and stillness allows us to create a mental space where peace can grow. It's like stepping off a noisy street and into a quiet library. The entire atmosphere shifts, and suddenly you can breathe more easily. Speaking less and listening more naturally fosters a sense of calm. Instead of rushing to fill every silence with words, we can learn to appreciate the richness of quiet moments. This ability to remain composed, regardless of external circumstances, is at the heart of Stoic philosophy. For example, imagine you're under pressure at work, facing a looming deadline. Instead of spiraling into stress and frantic multitasking, you pause, take a breath, and prioritize one step at a time. This is the Stoic approach in action, clearing the mental clutter, simplifying the challenge, and tackling it with calm determination. By incorporating practices like meditation, self-reflection, and mindful breathing, we train our minds to remain steady even in chaotic situations. Over time, this discipline not only makes us more resilient, but also radiates outward, positively influencing those around us. Benefit 3, sharper focus and higher productivity. Have you ever experienced that moment of complete concentration when everything just flows effortlessly? That sharp, crystal clear focus isn't a random occurrence, it's a state of mind that can be cultivated intentionally. The Stoics were masters of focus, advocating for a life centered only on what truly matters. In today's hyper-connected world, distractions are everywhere. Our phones buzz, emails flood in, and social media constantly competes for our attention. But what if you could turn down the noise and regain control over your focus? A Stoic approach to productivity means fully committing to one task at a time. Instead of juggling multiple things at once, you give your undivided attention to the present moment. This not only improves efficiency, but also enhances the quality of your work. For instance, imagine structuring your day so that you focus on one task before moving to the next, setting clear goals for each session. By simplifying your workflow and eliminating unnecessary distractions, you make even the most daunting projects feel manageable. Beyond structured work habits, Stoicism also helps us resist the urge to constantly switch tasks. With practice, we become more aware of our impulses, whether it's checking our phones or mindlessly browsing the web, and we train ourselves to redirect our attention back to what matters. This heightened discipline leads to not only greater productivity, but also a deeper sense of satisfaction in what we accomplish. Benefit number 4, strengthened self-control. Self-control isn't just about resisting temptation, it's about mastering your reactions to the world around you. Whether it's avoiding distractions, staying calm under pressure, or making rational decisions, self-discipline is one of the most powerful skills you can develop. The Stoics believed that true freedom comes from self-mastery. They practiced moderation in all aspects of life, not to deprive themselves, but to avoid being ruled by their emotions and desires. In modern life, this principle is just as relevant. Think about how often we're pulled away from meaningful work by small, immediate gratifications. Each time you choose to stay focused instead of giving in to distractions, you're strengthening your self-control. Over time, this discipline becomes second nature, allowing you to make decisions based on reason rather than fleeting impulses. One effective Stoic practice is mindfulness, becoming aware of your thoughts and impulses before acting on them. Taking a brief pause before reacting emotionally can make a world of difference, whether in a difficult conversation, a stressful situation, or a moment of temptation. The more we develop this kind of discipline, the more stable and balanced our lives become. Instead of being at the mercy of our emotions, we gain a sense of control that leads to greater productivity, peace, and personal fulfillment. These are just a few of the powerful benefits of simplifying your thoughts, speaking less, and focusing more. When we apply Stoic principles in our daily lives, we cultivate clarity, discipline, and resilience, allowing us to navigate life's challenges with greater wisdom and calm. If this message resonates with you, take a moment to reflect on how you can incorporate these timeless lessons into your own journey. And if you found this valuable, don't forget to support the channel, hit that subscribe button, stay engaged, and continue your path toward a more focused, peaceful, and fulfilling life. Enhancing productivity through focus. When you stop dividing your attention across multiple tasks, you're not just working harder, you're working smarter. Multitasking often causes us to overlook important details, leading to inefficiencies and mistakes. By focusing on one task at a time, we improve problem-solving skills and generate better solutions because our minds aren't constantly shifting between distractions. The Stoics emphasize the importance of eliminating unnecessary thoughts and actions, allowing us to direct our mental energy toward meaningful work. This isn't about neglecting responsibilities, but about prioritizing them effectively. When tackling a project, breaking it down into smaller, manageable steps and setting clear goals for each session can make even the most daunting tasks feel achievable. Practicing Stoicism also builds the discipline needed to resist distractions. In a world filled with endless notifications and temptations, training ourselves to stay focused is a valuable skill. By becoming more aware of impulses, like the urge to check a phone or browse the internet, we can pause, recognize distractions for what they are, and return to our tasks with renewed concentration. Strengthening self-control. Self-control often seems like a rare and almost mythical ability. Every time we resist an unhealthy craving or commit to an early morning workout, we tap into something powerful. But self-control is more than just resisting temptation. It's about mastering our reactions to the world in a way that aligns with our values. The Stoics were experts in self-discipline. They believed that happiness was rooted in virtue, and self-control was a crucial part of that. Their approach wasn't about deprivation, but about ensuring that emotions and impulses didn't lead to irrational decisions or unnecessary suffering. They practiced moderation in all aspects of life, from their actions to their emotions. In modern life, developing self-control can be the difference between staying committed to our long-term goals and being constantly pulled off track by fleeting distractions. Every time we choose to focus on important work instead of seeking instant gratification, we reinforce discipline. This not only boosts productivity, but also sharpens our ability to think critically and make thoughtful decisions, rather than being swayed by momentary emotions. One of the most practical Stoic strategies for strengthening self-control is mindfulness, becoming aware of impulses before acting on them. By pausing for a moment when temptation arises, we create space to make a conscious choice rather than a reactive one. This could be as simple as taking a deep breath when feeling overwhelmed, or evaluating whether a particular action supports or hinders progress. Over time, mastering self-control leads to a deeper sense of fulfillment. As we gain better command over our impulses, we become more productive, more emotionally balanced, and less vulnerable to external distractions. This shift allows for a steadier, more intentional way of living. Improving communication skills. Effective communication is the foundation of strong relationships, whether in personal life or professional settings. It's not just about what we say, but how we say it. Stoicism, though often associated with self-discipline and resilience, also offers valuable insights into improving the way we communicate. One of the core Stoic principles is the power of listening. Seneca famously stated, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." This wisdom highlights the importance of truly hearing others rather than simply waiting for our turn to respond. When we actively listen, we gain a deeper understanding of different perspectives, leading to more meaningful and constructive conversations. Stoicism also encourages clarity and brevity in speech. The Stoics valued concise, purposeful communication, avoiding unnecessary words and ensuring that messages were delivered with precision. This isn't about being abrupt, but about respecting the listener's time and attention. Thoughtful, well-chosen words reduce misunderstandings and enhance the impact of our conversations. Another crucial Stoic teaching is the ability to remain calm under pressure, which is essential in difficult discussions. Whether navigating workplace conflicts or personal disagreements, maintaining composure allows for rational, measured responses rather than emotional outbursts. By practicing this, we improve not only our ability to communicate, but also our overall effectiveness in handling challenges. Mastering composure in heated conversations. In the midst of a heated discussion, the Stoic approach is to remain composed, ensuring emotions don't dictate our responses. This isn't about suppressing emotions, but managing them in a way that keeps the conversation productive. By staying calm, we foster constructive dialogue and open the door to resolution rather than conflict. The goal is to respond with reason, not react impulsively. Applying Stoic principles to daily communication doesn't just improve how we speak and listen, it transforms our interactions. Whether in personal relationships, friendships, or the workplace, effective communication builds stronger connections, smoother cooperation, and a deeper understanding of others. It's about making every word count, earning respect through integrity and composure. Respect isn't something that can be bought. It must be earned through how we carry ourselves and interact with others. Stoicism provides a powerful foundation for cultivating respect naturally. Philosophers like Marcus Aurelius emphasized that true respect stems from integrity and maintaining composure, especially in challenging situations. When we present ourselves with calmness and thoughtfulness, we naturally command respect from those around us. Imagine walking into a tense environment where emotions are running high. By responding with steady composure rather than agitation, you not only diffuse the tension, but also establish yourself as a reliable and level-headed presence. This kind of reaction signals leadership and earns trust. Consistency is another critical factor in gaining respect. People value those who remain true to their principles regardless of circumstances. When others see you consistently embodying virtues like patience, fairness, and self-discipline, they begin to hold you in high regard. Trust is built through reliability, and respect follows naturally when people see that your actions align with your values. Another key Stoic teaching is the power of measured speech, the ability to think before speaking and ensure words are meaningful is a rare but valuable skill. In a world where everyone is competing to be heard, speaking with purpose and clarity makes you stand out. When people recognize that your words carry wisdom and insight, they are more likely to listen and take your input seriously. Finally, respect is a two-way street. Stoicism teaches that by showing respect for others, their perspectives, feelings, and contributions, we cultivate an environment of mutual regard. This not only strengthens personal relationships, but also fosters a more positive and productive atmosphere in any setting, be it at work, home, or within a community. Finding meaning through simplicity. There's something paradoxical about simplicity. The less we clutter our lives, the more meaningful they become. Stoicism teaches that true fulfillment doesn't come from accumulating more, but from focusing on what truly matters. Simplifying life isn't about deprivation. It's about making space for the things that bring genuine enrichment. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus believed that real freedom lies in controlling our responses rather than being controlled by external circumstances. By letting go of unnecessary desires and focusing on what we can influence, our thoughts, actions, and reactions, we cultivate a life of greater purpose and peace. Imagine waking up each day with a clear sense of direction, channeling energy into what aligns with your values rather than being consumed by distractions. This approach fosters deep satisfaction as every decision is made with intention. Living simply means prioritizing time and energy wisely, choosing to engage in activities that add meaning rather than those that merely fill time. It could be opting for quality time with loved ones instead of attending another networking event, or reading an insightful book instead of endlessly scrolling through social media. A simpler life also enhances gratitude. Stoicism doesn't ask us to reject joy, but rather to find joy in the essentials. There is profound contentment in appreciating small, everyday moments, a quiet morning with a cup of coffee, the laughter of a loved one, the tranquility of a walk in nature. When we stop chasing after more possessions, more achievements, more distractions, we create space for the richness of life to emerge. This principle also applies to how we handle challenges. A simplified mindset equips us to navigate life's difficulties with a steady hand. Rather than being overwhelmed by chaos, we focus only on what is within our power to change and release the rest. This shift in perspective transforms obstacles from burdens into manageable challenges. The power of less. Ultimately, embracing the philosophy of less is not about restriction, but expansion. By cutting out unnecessary distractions, we create room for greater clarity, deeper peace, and more meaningful relationships. The pursuit of simplicity amplifies life rather than diminishing it. This journey towards simplicity and intentional living isn't about achieving perfection overnight. It's a gradual process of refinement, discovering what truly matters and letting go of what doesn't. It's about finding the right balance between action and contemplation, speaking and silence, abundance and minimalism. Each step in this direction leads to a profound transformation in how we experience the world. If you found these insights valuable, continue exploring the wisdom of Stoicism and its modern applications. Remember, sometimes less truly is more.